caught up with Rodney Schweizer here in the pits. Rodney, we had you all lined up out there, buddy. I mean, we was ready to go for the heat race with you, but Mother Nature kind of changed things for us.
Yeah, it's real unfortunate for us. We had a pretty good car tonight, and I think we could have did something.
Yeah. You've been running at Lakeside, I presume, here for the first part of the season?
Yes, sir. Been running here last year also, and made a few the October shows a few years before.
What would you normally consider to be your home track if you weren't at Lakeside?
Green Valley and Heartland, the only other two we run at.
That's been it so far. What do you think of Lakeside here running on the big, what I call the big half mile? I guess a lot of people would call it a small one, but quite a bit more speed, need more motor.
Yeah, we pretty well got all that covered, but it's close to home, and it's a real nice track to be at.
Yeah. Okay, tell me a little bit about your car. What kind of chassis you running? Who's making the power for you?
Oh, this old chassis has been kicked around between a lot of people. It's an old K-Mod, and we got a Rich Custom Engines out at CarQuest, a machine shop in Olathe there.
Okay, you say it's a little bit older car. It's been running for a few years then?
Yeah, I think it's been through Max Grogan, Danny Trimble, and I don't know who else.
It's got some experience then. You just need to figure out what it wants to do, huh?
That's it. Well, we changed over from leaf spring suspension last year and put all 2-link underneath this year, so we're still learning that, and we're doing pretty well with it. Okay,
almost heat race camera guy, we could call it, Rodney Schweizer. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
With Justin Seifert. Justin, man, you have had a hot start to this 2012 season, a first last week and a second the first week.
Yep, it's been pretty successful so far. Hopefully the rest of the season goes this good. I'm really hoping.
I know you got one of them there cheater heater motors, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. I got to thank Bob Heater for that. My father-in-law, he's put the best power plant in there I could probably put underneath the hood of that thing. Definitely.
Anything new on the chassis or anything at all? I mean, I know you've been running now, what, about 3 or 4 years, and I don't want to say you're graduating this year, but man, you're stepping it up.
Yeah, I'm trying. I did a couple of chassis adjustments, shock adjustments, and other than that, everything's the same. Just try to grow a little bit and get a little more seat time, and definitely just try to drive the car a little harder is all I'm trying to do.
I was going to say that pays off here at Lakeside because, I mean, you got to carry some speed out here. It takes a motor, which we just talked about with that cheater heater, but experience is a big deal here because, man, a lot of guys dropping down from upper classes and coming down racing in this factory stock class.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this track everyone knows is a momentum track, so just keeping the corner speed and just, like I said, growing the stuff to be able to drive it in the corner and stay on the throttle as hard as you can. It just takes quite a bit. So just the seat time is all I'm trying to get, and the more I race and the more seat time I get, the better off I am, I think. Yeah. So. Okay,
once again, and I think you told me you're leading the points.
Yes, sir.
Justin Seifert, I got it right.
Yep, you're right. If you got a second, I want to thank Justin Irwin at PSM for painting the car. I got to thank Greg's Barbershop, and then, like I said, especially my father-in-law, Bobby Heater, for the cheater heater power plant.
Got a little rain going here tonight, but we ain't letting that stopping us. We're catching some of these guys, like I told Justin, if they can stay around here and drink a little stuff in the rain, surely the video guy can come out here in the rain and interview them. So, Justin, I appreciate you talking to me, guy.
Definitely. Thank you.
Well, Mike, a little bit of rain tonight kind of ruined things. I think you went out for hot laps and that was about it, or did you make your heat race?
We started a heat race. Yeah, I didn't want that rain because we finally got the car working. I was excited, and finally the car was working with me and not against me. So, yeah, I was too bad it rained.
Try to get a little bit more light on your face. You're going to start out this year the way you did last year in that Grand National. I know last year we caught up with you up at I-35, and, man, you were having a heck of a time up there. But, man, by the time the year was over, it was look out, flying, Mike Ryan is back.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for sure. I think we'll get there. It's just going to take a little time. I know I can do it, but it's got to get the car to work with me.
I was going to say they're all fast. You just got to figure out how to make them that way.
Yeah, you're exactly right. We're only 2 nights and a couple laps on it, so we'll get there before it's over with.
Now, my understanding, this is another Yancey ownership deal with you.
Yeah, Yancey's taking care of all my running gear, and I paid for the car, and hopefully we can make it work again.
Well, Mike, Wish we could have done it. This is my first time out this year. I've been doing some other stuff, but man, all I can say is hope next year or this year finishes like last year.
Yeah, me too. It's hard to beat that car last year.
Once again, flying Mike Ryan, man, get in line. I know you want to get out here just like everybody else.
Oh yeah, it looks like about a 3-hour wait.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
All right, Dennis Melvin, man, Carb Hall of Fame guy, and still out here going around the old track.
Yeah, we're trying. I said, it's something that, I just want to keep doing, and I love doing it. Love the people and have a lot of fun doing it,
I know you've had just a little bit of time to reflect back on that Carb Hall of Fame thing. It had to be a special night.
Yes, it was. It really was. I just, like I said before, I couldn't believe that I got inducted into it, and it was just a real honor, and I'm going to cherish it.
I know tonight we kind of got rained out, and I told some people there a while ago, if they're crazy enough to stand around here in the pits in the rain, I guess the video guy should too. So I guess we're all missing a lake or two.
Yeah. Oh, this is some of the good times. I mean, after the races, I said, heck, what else you going to do? We're here. We might as well enjoy it.
Well, the thing is, it looks like the last trailer is just about up to the pit shack, so maybe the rest of us are going to be able to get out of here anyway. But I mean, it's been 45 minutes. But all that besides, how's the year been going so far?
Well, it hadn't been going like I really wanted it to, but I said, when you get to come to the races, I said that's an enjoyable deal. But I said, we'll get it turned around. I said we're having fun. That's the main thing. Yeah, I think we're gonna end up getting her competitive before we're all said and done.
I know you guys work hard at it, and it's a long season. I mean, just third night in. Of course, it's not going to count with the rain, but I know probably a few more nights you'll have her dialed.
Oh yeah, I think so. We're working at it. We're getting closer.
Okay, once again, Grand National competitor Dennis Melvin. Dennis, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Gary Donaldson, two-time winner here so far at Lakeside. Man, you got to be just happier than all get out.
Yeah, I am. To do 2 in a row to start out the season, that's pretty special. Really cool. Wasn't really coming out here to expect that kind of a start, but we come out here to win every race that we show up for. So sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't, but we'll take it.
I was going to say, Gary, you've shown in the past you're a winner, and it's taken you a little while, I think, to kind of figure out this Grand National class, this car. And but man, it looks like it's starting to come together this year.
Yeah, we've had a lot of speed in it, and there's been some things that we've ran into, some issues and stuff, but I knew the car last year was going to be fast. Once we figured out our problem and we got it there, I think dating into last year, we've won 3 out of the last 4 races here at Lakeside, so I can't really complain. It's been a group effort from everybody for sure.
Yeah. I was going to say, like they say, it takes a village to raise a child. It definitely takes a whole bunch of folks to run a race car, and I'm sure you've got some maybe you want to say thank you to tonight since we're not really racing.
Yeah, it's just spit and rain on us, that's the R word, but everybody wanted a little bit more moisture in the track, but we got a little bit more than we wanted. But yeah, my fiance Kelly, everybody calls her my wife, and that's great and fine and all. It will happen someday. And my pit crew, Richard Bland as well, my family, my mother, my brothers, my sisters, All About Concrete, our new sponsor, Advantage Tax and Accounting, AAA Transmission, Party Place Liquor, they keep us fueled up on beer and stuff, the guys at Shocker Chassis, they're great, and Yancey's Automotive, what can I say, the guy builds good bullets for this place, and we really like his stuff, and we like putting it to use in our stuff, so it works good.
Just let me give a little shout out to Mike Taylor. You mentioned AAA transmission. Man, how much can a guy do when he's sponsoring cars and he races in the same class? I mean, that's got to be special. Mike, way to go, man. We like it. Believe me, we all like it. We really do.
Yeah, me and Mike became pretty good buddies over the last few years. I've known him for a long time, and he helps us out on our transmissions, and and what can I say? We can drink a beer together and shoot the bullshit, and oops, did I say that? And we can do all that and bench race, and but he knows just as well as I do. Once we strap down in those cars, we're out there to win, and just like he probably would be, and but we have respect for one another, so we try to race each other as clean as we can, but yet we're fierce competitors.
Yeah. Just remind everybody one more time. Type of chassis, and we already know Clancy's making the power, so we'll forget him, but just tell us whose chassis it is.
Well, this chassis, that's kind of hard to say. It started out back in 05 as a brand new car Gene Stiegel and Cody Morgan built. I got a hold of it, and Jimmy Winkler and Jason Park got the car kind of structurally where I needed it, so If I had to tell you what kind of chassis it is, I'm going to tell you it's a big metric Impala. So it's a custom chassis for Gary Donaldson. I'll just say that. 4-link 2. So.
Oh, wow, that's got to be tough to deal with. That's a new experience, I think, isn't it?
We're getting used to it. I'm starting to learn my adjustments that work for it. You just can't get too aggressive with it because you are on a 2-barrel and you are limited on what we can do. So you just can't get too aggressive with it. But I found the sweet spot in it that I like, and we can make a few adjustments here and there, and we ain't got to swing the Louisville Slugger at it every week. So, it's working good.
Once again, 2-time winner. He's on his way this year, Gary Donaldson. Gary, thanks a lot.
Hey, thanks, Mike. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah.